guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I hope you subscribe and join my beautiful family, and if you've been here before, thank you so much for showing your love and support. There's a new segment on my channel where we're talking about all things motherhood, so I wanted to create a community of mothers who have kids, obviously mothers, kids, and I wanted to create like a community where we talk about our challenges and things like that. For me, I don't always have somebody to talk to, and I've kind of made it a thing for myself to talk about the challenges that I'm facing on my channel, kind of like a diary. And I also want to do this in hopes of creating a space where people like me who have kids and are young can come and just find advice and just come and talk about their challenges in terms of motherhood and stuff like that. So today in this video, I wanted to start about a topic that I've been thinking about quite a while, and I thought I wanted to share it on my channel. Today I'm going to talk about how motherhood changes friendships. If you're a mother, you'll know this. One moment you have a large group of friends, and the next you have maybe one or two, or not even one, or none at all. So I hope you're excited for this video. If you are, please make sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and yeah, let's get straight into this chit chat. There's a fly in here and I've been chasing it for 10 minutes like. Okay, so let me give you a backstory, right? Before my friends and I had kids, we were living our best lives. I mean, we were young, we had minimal responsibility, almost no responsibilities, and we were basically naive. We were living our best lives, drinking alcohol, partying, you know, things that young people do, right? And there was not much to worry about. We did not know what unwanted sleepless nights were, or that when your friend does not text you after 2 days, it's because they have something against you. We could just live our best lives. And then one of my friends had a baby first, and that's when things took a turn. When she announced that she was pregnant, I just said congratulations, and I didn't think much of it. I didn't get much involved. I didn't bother to ask questions, nor did I bother to do research, because those were not relevant topics for me, and I wasn't planning to have a kid, and I didn't know that it was going to affect our friendship. So then she delivered her baby, went home, and I would occasionally ask her if she's okay and how is everything going. So then after a while, I decided, you know what, let me pay her a visit. So when I was at her apartment, I decided to knock, because I mean, that's what you do when you're at a person's door, right? You knock. She basically yelled at me for knocking because I made her dog bark, and therefore it woke her baby up. So she said I should have texted her instead of knocking, because now she's been spending a long time, close to an hour, trying to get her baby to sleep. Rude, I thought. I was like, she's rude, but okay, maybe it's just hormones and all. But yeah, we can just get past this, right? On another occasion, I decided that we don't see each other often, so I wanted us to have some us time. So I invited her out to a restaurant. So I called her and I was like, yo friend, how about we go out? So once again, she yelled at me and asked me why did I call her instead of texting, because now the phone ringing woke her baby up. She bitterly added that I should have called her in advance so that she could find a babysitter in time. At this point, I was getting annoyed because it seemed as though everything I was doing was wrong, and I could never get it right. I could never do anything right to her, because when I knock at the door, I make her dog bark. When I call her, I could wake her baby up, but I was getting so annoyed. I was angry at her for expecting me to know these things in advance. To me, she should have thought about putting her phone on mute so that when I call, it does not ring and it does not wake her baby. And she should have told me in advance to only text if I want to knock, not knock at the door, because I'm going to wake her baby up, right? After all, she's the one who had changed, so she shouldn't expect the world to automatically change with her. And I still do support the statement. Like, if you're a mother, you have friends who don't have kids, do not shove your motherhood on them and expect them to understand, because you changed, not them. So then all of this affected our relationship, our friendship going forward. My friend was always this stressed, hormonal, and angry girl. Like, she was always so stressed, so angry, and she would always talk about her kid, her man, her baby daddy all the time. And I wasn't in that phase in my life for me to understand. I would listen, but it would annoy me all the time. And she was always too tired to do something, even to watch TV. She was always too tired. She always wanted to lie down, nap, take a chill, and I wanted to go out, drink, have some fun like we used to, but we couldn't do that because she was always so tired. So all of that annoyed me. I understood her change in life, but I slowly stopped visiting. And because even if we were together, she didn't seem to be enjoying what we were doing. Sometimes I would crack jokes and she wouldn't find them funny. Sometimes I would talk about stupid stuff and she would flip and just have a different point of view that she did not used to have before she had kids. So at this point, I noticed that we no longer have much in common. Perhaps I was selfish. Maybe she preferred it this way. I don't know. We could have communicated about it, because communication is vital, right? To avoid these small little resentments. But we were not having any resentments because nothing was said, nothing was done. It's just that in my mind, I was like, this is not working. And probably she was like, she's so stupid, she needs to grow up. So we just moved on with our lives. I'll probably see her on birthdays, holidays, weekends. It started with weekends, then it was like once a month, then it was only on special occasions like birthdays and stuff. But for the most part, we were no longer close. And then your girl had a child, and then I got to understand how motherhood changes friendships. So then when I became a mom, I was obviously hormonal. I was always emotional, things that could drive a new hormonal mother crazy. I went through all of that. And then at that point, I understood why my friend was acting the way she was. When you become a new mother, you have so many important things that you have to do that you don't even have time or even think about preparing your friends for your new chapter in life. You don't have time to prepare your friends to know that, okay, I'm going to be a mother, therefore this is going to happen. Sometimes you don't even know. Sometimes you experience things at that time and just life gets in the way. You don't have time to prepare people for your new lease on life. But you also cannot help when little things make you angry, because now your world is kind of upside down. Things have changed. So you tend to become angry at the littlest things, the smallest things. They make you angry. That's why I understood why she was angry. Like when I would knock at her door, the dog would bark. She would get angry. At that time, I did not understand, but now I understood, because it takes so much time to get your child to sleep that you don't want nobody to be making noise. And now I understood that. I didn't understand that before, but when that happened to me, I was like, okay, now I get why she was acting this way. So when that happened and I understood and I finally got to experience that, I felt so bad for acting like a and not understanding where she's coming from. I felt bad for not understanding her mood swings and how her hormones and having a baby in general changed her life. But finally, when we finally met and came back together as friends and we would talk about our kids, I finally told her, you know what, for real, I was like, peace out. I don't want to be your friend anymore, because now you have a child and you have a new lease on life and you started to become this boring friend. But when I had a child, I then understood, and now I get why you were acting that way, because now I've experienced it. We were able to talk things through, and we then started working on our friendship again, and now we're besties. We go out together, we just find time to do things together. We are planning to do more of that this year, where we include our kids like on a little picnic. Even if we go to a restaurant, we can go to a restaurant that is baby friendly, so that we can just spend time together without having to find babysitters all the time, because we can't be spontaneous like we used to be before. So we've tried to come up with ideas that will help us incorporate our kids in whatever we do. So it's hard to fully understand exactly why motherhood changes friendship, but for you to understand why your friend has changed is because there's a baby involved. It takes so much out of her, so the least you could do is just support her. Reading about the difficulties of motherhood and being a little bit more patient with your friend can help you understand her a little bit better, and it can do wonders in maintaining your friendship in the long run. Because when I had a child, I then talked to her about all of that. Like I said, like I would tell her how I did not understand where she was coming from, and now that I have a child, I now understand, because she grew closer to friends who were moms and I grew closer to friends who were not moms. But because now we had a friendship before and now we have babies as well, we kind of got back together and kind of ironed out what was a problem back then. And now that we understand each other, it's easy for us to navigate our friendship in a better way. As a new mom, it's always also important to tell your friends and family what you expect from them, what you need, what you don't need, because they don't know. And if they don't know, they won't do anything about it. So you need to always tell them. Sometimes it may come across as though you are being too much, or sometimes people won't understand, but I think experience teaches us the best. Otherwise, if not, being informed about it kind of makes us understand a little bit more, right? So what I'd recommend for somebody who is a mom is to socialize with other people who are mothers. I lacked a social life when I had a baby. I was always at home, doing what mothers do. But then I found a couple of friends, usually when I go to the clinic to take my baby for immunization or for like a checkup. I would sit with other mothers and we would have conversations about our kids, and you would be surprised at the many challenges that people face that are similar to yours. And it does not go about age, really. There can be a 30-year-old woman who's experiencing the same thing as you. Just because I'm 22 and she's 30 and we both have kids does not mean that we don't experience the same things. You could be at a better, maybe financially or whatever, she can be at a better place, but I find that we all experience the same things. So therefore, it's easy for you to create friendships with other mothers because you have similar schedules, you have similar worries, challenges, you exchange tips, toys, clothes. I don't know how many clothes I've given to all those mothers at the clinic, because we have created a community where we just share knowledge, experience, and we share clothes, tips, toys. We just want to create an environment that is friendly for mothers, and kids as well. So it's really great for you as a mom. If you're a mom, it's highly, highly important that you make friends with people who have mothers, because it's not always easy to be friends with your childless child. Now back to my friendship with this specific friend. Our friendship is growing stronger than it used to before, because like I said, we are experiencing the same things, similar challenges, similar worries, and our kids are almost the same age. So we basically have twins. It's like we have twins, really. So I understand her a little bit better. I understand her significant life changes. So life changes can either bring friends closer or push them apart. It all depends on how much you have in common. If you have the same problems, you have the same schedule, you have the same worries, same challenges. If you have a lot in common, you will grow closer. If not, then you grow apart. Otherwise, like I said before, it is very important to just grasp some knowledge and, learn about these things. That's if you really want to work on that friendship with your friend who is a mother, if you're not a mother. So our lives are always changing and they're always evolving. Just like in any relationship, if you move in the same direction, in the same pace, you will grow stronger and closer. But if you start to drift apart, the relationship will turn distant and it will turn cold. But I want you to understand that it does not mean that love and respect are not there. It just means that there isn't enough common ground to sustain that relationship at that specific time and at that specific stage. So here's what I want you to take away from this video, right? You've just become a mother. Your childless friends don't quite understand what you're going through and sometimes will not know how to deal with you. If you've just become a mom, your childless friends won't quite understand what you're going through and will probably not know how to deal with you. Therefore, talk to them and explain to them how you feel and what you're going through. I'm sure they will be happy to help you adjust to the new you. I'm sure they will love to be part of your new chapter in life. That's number one. Number two, if you're thinking of having a baby and you're worried about how your new lease on life will change your friendship, know that it will change, and it will change quite a lot. You will not have the same amount of energy and time to just focus on yourself, much less on seeing your friends. It will not always be this way, but you must just try and adjust your expectations. Perhaps you'll be able to see your friends maybe twice a month, and that will be wonderful. If they are parents, they will honestly and truthfully understand because they will be just as busy as you are. But if they are not parents yet, then there will be some distancing, and know that that's okay. That's number two. Number three, if you are a childless friend to someone with kids, please be patient, because becoming a mom is the hardest thing your friend will have to face. And the last thing she needs is a demanding and impatient friend. Give her space, give her time, but don't disappear on her. Try to put yourself in her shoes when you are visiting or when you guys go out to have a little bit more fun, and be the friend she needs when she doesn't want to talk about her breastfeeding problems, the color poop that her child is putting out, and how expensive diapers can be. You know, be that patient friend. The important thing here is just to talk about it. You know, if there's anything that is giving you guys problem in your friendship, talk about it and don't hate her. Be patient to her. Don't be that impatient friend. Like I said, don't be demanding, and just try to understand her a little bit better. Yeah, that is what I wanted to talk about today in this video. I hope that gave you a little bit more light if you are a mom and you're trying to have kids, or if you already have a kid and you're wondering how is your friendship changing, or if you're just that childless friend that does not have kids and you're just wondering why your friend has changed. Basically, I hope this had shed some light. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, comment down below, let me know what you think of today's topic, or anything you want to comment on based on today's topic. Do let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in another segment of motherhood challenges. Yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Cookie soul.